Sir Criston Cole was a knight from House Cole, who rose to become Lord Commander of the Kingsguard for Viserys the First Targaryen. His relationship with Viserys' daughter, Princess Rhaenyra, was first friendly and then adversarial. Criston convinced Viserys' son, Prince Aegon the Elder, to claim the rule of the Seven Kingdoms as his father lay dead. This led to the Dance of the Dragons, a civil war between Aegon II and his elder half-sister Rhaenyra, whom Viserys had long groomed as his successor. For this night, he became known as Criston the Kingmaker. Criston also served as Hand of the King for Aegon II during part of the war. Hello and welcome to Westeros Chatter, your home for all the latest news on Westeros, House of the Dragon, and all the new Game of Thrones shows that are in development. Sir Criston was born to a steward of Lord Dondarrion at Blackhaven in the Dornish Marshes. In 104 AC, Criston won a melee at the tourney of Maidenpool to celebrate the ascension of King Viserys Targaryen to the Iron Throne, and he drew the attention of the royal court by knocking Darksister from the hands of Prince Daemon Targaryen with his Morning Star. He gave the victor's laurel to the 7-year-old Princess Rhaenyra, whose favor he wore while unhorsing Daemon in the joust, as well as the twins Sir Arik and Sir Eric Cargyle of the Kingsguard, before being unhorsed by Lord Lyman Mallister. Therefore, King Viserys indulged Rhaenyra by naming Criston her personal sworn shield. And in 105 AC, the 23-year-old Criston became a member of the Kingsguard, taking the place of the legendary Sir Ryman Redwine. Criston wore Rhaenyra's favor in the tournament in 111 AC, where he unhorsed Sir Gawain Hightower, who was the younger brother and champion to King Viserys' second wife and queen, Alicent Hightower. Half a year later, Daemon departed the capital after quarreling with his royal brother, and according to Mushroom, Daemon had given explicit lessons to Rhaenyra so that she could seduce the noble Criston. When Rhaenyra finally approached the knight, however, the horrified Criston rejected the girl. When Sir Harold Westerling, who was Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, died in 112 AC, Criston was named his successor to lead the White Cloaks. In 113 AC, King Viserys arranged for his reluctant daughter Rhaenyra, Princess of Dragonstone, to wed Sir Laenor Velaryon. According to Septon Eustace, Criston slipped into Rhaenyra's bedchamber to confess his love, offering to abscond her to one of the free cities where he would pledge his sword to some merchant prince. Rhaenyra refused him, however, saying a Targaryen was meant to be more than the wife of a sellsword, and that if he could forget his Kingsguard vows, he could forget marriage vows, according to Mushroom. However, it was Rhaenyra who unsuccessfully attempted to seduce Criston in White Sword Tower. The spurned princess took solace in Sir Harwin Strong, called Breakbones. Whatever the way of it, Criston went from being her staunchest defender to her bitterest foe, and Rhaenyra soon left for Driftmark with Harwin as her new sworn shield. In 114 AC, Sir Criston attended the wedding of Rhaenyra to Laenor, which included 7 days of feasting and jousting. He fought with Queen Alicent's Hightower's token, and during a melee left Harwin with a broken collarbone and shattered elbow, prompting Mushroom to call him, quote, Broken Bones. Thereafter, Criston's Morningstar also cracked the helm of Laenor's favorite Sir Joffrey Lonmouth, which the Knight of Kisses died from 6 days later. While many were angered at Criston for this, including King Viserys, Queen Alicent did not share their displeasure and asked that he be her personal sworn shield. Criston became a staunch supporter of Alicent and a member of the Greens ever after. He tutored Prince Aemon Targaryen to be a skilled swordsman, despite Aemon's one eye. During the Dance of the Dragons, when King Viserys died in 129 AC, Criston and Queen Alicent Hightower assembled a small council to discuss the succession, keeping the king's death a secret from the public. Criston objected to Rhaenyra Targaryen's Princess of Dragonstone or her husband, Prince Daemon Targaryen, holding power, and he also repeated the rumor that Rhaenyra's children from Sir Laenor Velaryon were bastards. Instead of Rhaenyra, the Greens wanted to crown her younger half-brother, Prince Aegon the Elder. According to Septon Eustace, Criston cut the throat of Lord Lyman Beesbury, the only counselor to support Rhaenyra, while Mushroom claims that Criston instead flung Lyman to his death from a window. Neither Eustace or Mushroom were present at the meeting, however. Any blacks who remained at court were taken by Criston into custody. When Criston went to Aegon to convince the prince to ascend the Iron Throne, Mushroom wrote that Criston found him with a young girl in Flea Bottom, while Eustace claimed Aegon was in a more respectable situation with the daughter of a traitor. According to the Septon, Criston told the prince that he and his siblings would be killed by Rhaenyra if he did not claim the Iron Throne. During Aegon's coronation in the Dragon Pit, Criston placed the crown of Aegon the Conqueror on the young king's head. Criston became known as the Kingmaker due to his support of Aegon II. As Hand of the King, Rhaenyra Targaryen, who was at Dragonstone at the time of Aegon II's coronation, who refused to support her half-brother, beginning this great armed conflict which engulfed the Seven Kingdoms and became known as the Dance of the Dragons. Many of the lords of the Seven Kingdoms were aware of Viserys' wish to have Rhaenyra succeed him as House Targaryen's first ruling queen, and threw their support behind the princess. As the Blacks gathered their forces and allies, Aegon II became frustrated with Sir Otto Hightower, his grandfather, and the Hand of the King, and instead awarded the office to Criston. In response to Blood and Cheese having killed young Prince Jaehaerys Targaryen, the new Hand ordered a reluctant Sir Arek Cargyle of the Kingsguard to infiltrate Dragonstone in the guise of his twin, Sir Eric Cargyle, who was supporting Rhaenyra on the island. Grand Maester Munkin believed that Criston wanted Arek to assassinate Rhaenyra herself, while Mushroom wrote that Arek was supposed to kill Rhaenyra's sons, Jacaerys Valerion and Joffrey Valerion. Criston's scheme faltered when Eric and Arek came face to face, however, and the twins killed each other in combat. Criston marched on Rosby and Stokeworth and forced their levies to join the hosts of Greens, and he then led the sack of Duskendale. The Kingmaker was prepared for the arrival of Princess Rhaenys Targaryen and melees at the Battle of Rook's Rest, having planned for King Aegon II Targaryen on Sunfire and Prince Aemon Targaryen on Vhagar to wait in ambush. Rhaenys and melees were killed in the fighting, and Aegon was left crippled as well. Aemon and Criston killed the garrison of Rook's Rest and carried the head of Lord Staunton back to King's Landing. When Aemon became protector of the realm and Prince Regent because of Aegon's injuries, Criston remained at Harrenhal. Criston's motives in supporting Aegon II Targaryen in the Dance of the Dragons are unclear. Some say that he acted from ambition, as Aegon was more controllable than his willful half-sister Rhaenyra, and that Rhaenyra's spurning of him added a personal dimension to that conflict. Others allow Criston nobler motives and claim he was defending ancient Andal custom, giving precedence to sons over daughters, or that he did not wish to see Rhaenyra's children, whom he believed to be strong bastards, Jacaerys, Lucerys, and Joffrey, to inherit the Iron Throne. Criston is remembered as embodying some of the best and worst aspects of the Kingsguard. I absolutely cannot wait to see Sir Criston in House of the Dragon. He's one of the characters I'm most excited to see. I think he'll be very dynamic, and I think he'll have a really cool story arc and storyline. So I'm really excited to see him. Let me know in the comments, are you? And subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.